had to block them hoes when I had that bread to get. That made it eat a friend pussy, you had to beg the bitch. They wanna know how I became a millionaire so quick. Project baby, raised off milk and eggs from Wick. Before you ever heard of Butch, I was low-key rockin', whole-key coppin', straight drop, ain't no re-rockin'. Before them out-of-town shows, I was OT coppin'. Had packs jumping out New York like they OB toppin'. 3 foreigns in a year, I'm getting fat off this dough. And lapping niggas, so I'm still burning calories though. She fucking bruh, but I won't never get mad at the bro. She for 15, she probably
welcome back. We got another Tuesday episode. And a very special guest. We got KP here.
Danny Farrington, of course.
And the special guest we'd like to introduce, the man.
The butchie.
The butcher.
He's here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for coming. Oh, yeah.
Griselda.
Hell yeah. We'd like to do shit a little different here on this podcast. KP, why don't you tell them?
Absolutely. This podcast is delivered, you know what I mean? We're hoping to inspire those that may be struggling in their times, you know what I mean? To let them know whether they're chasing the musical, whatever, you know what I mean? To people that have already successfully made it, you know what I mean? And continually successfully making it. So we trying to dive into stories, you know what I mean? And shed some inspiration.
Oh, yeah. So where do we start? How you doing? How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I've been doing a lot. I've been back home working a lot.
Oh, yeah, that's good, man. We're happy to have you back home. Without a doubt. So let's dive right in. Childhood. Where'd you grow up?
So, it started like this. On the night I was born. No, I'm just fucking.
I mean, if you can get there, let's do it.
Nah, shit. My mom is a big part of this story. Her name is Babette Lowry. My family is the Lowrys. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Lowry. Westside Gun is a Lowry. That's our family name.
Okay.
Even though that's not my physical last name or whatever. So, you know what I mean? My family came here from Laverne, Alabama. This shit people don't know. This shit, I've never said that ever on the microphone.
That's good.
My family come from Laverne, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? On Montana Street, the block that I rep, my aunt bought a house over there in 1972. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it wasn't the neighborhood it was that I rap about. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. But, you know what I mean? My mom grew up over there with the younger kids over there, so, you know what I mean? My Aunt Lonnie, she was the type of person who took in the kids and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Aunt Lonnie. But anyway, just growing up on Montana, it was dope, man. I played football. I hung out with just the neighborhood kids, man. Living on the east side of Buffalo. We was heavy into the Bills, man. I remember the Bills Super Bowls. I remember the Michael Jackson light up sneakers. I had a pair of those.
Oh yeah, those are lit.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just about you know playing sports and just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? And not being aware of all the things that's going on around you. It don't matter to you. It don't affect you. You know what I'm saying? You a kid. You know what I mean? So
when for you do you think that kind of changed? When did you go from throwing snowballs to maybe busting windows or whatever it was for you?
Maybe around 5th to 6th grade. Okay. 4th, 5th, 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? That's when you going to school and you're not getting on a bus. You walk to school, and on the way to school, you stealing out of stores. You know what I'm saying? You
might not even make it to school.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't skipping school in 4th, 5th, 6th grade. I was going to school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Were you a smart kid or at least?
Yeah, got all A's and B's.
Okay.
Got all A's and B's. I was an honor roll student my whole student career. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So when you started throwing rocks and shit, did you see that kind of change your grades or you give a shit? No,
that didn't change my grades. That didn't change my grades. Just being a menacing kid. Not really a menacing kid, just a bad kid.
Yeah.
That didn't change my grades, but thinking I was a young hoodlum changed my grades. Because it wasn't cool to sit in the school and just do all your work. And we going and we don't give a fuck. We sitting here, we chilling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But just being a kid right before junior high, you know what I'm saying? Junior high that's when, you know what I mean? You know, a nigga really seeing what's going on, taking a liking to the drug dealers. I'm noticing, he got those kicks on. Or that chain fly. I'm like, damn, man, where you get them rims from?
Right.
That's me noticing all of that. You know what I mean? And it went from just breaking windows to just, you know what I mean? Remember smoking that first blunt Niggas rolling up. I remember first time I smoked a blunt. I was 14. It was a fucking 12-year-old in a cypher, like doing all this shit. Like this wasn't his first time smoking. I'm like, this motherfucker bad as shit. He younger than me and shit. He the one rolling this shit up. I'm like, this shit wicked.
You probably finessed it nice too.
You know what I mean? But in 1993, I remember that's around when I probably was in like 3rd grade or some shit like that. My mom, I was living on Windy Street, and my mom got into it with her boyfriend, and where she pulled out a hatchet. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when the police pulled up, like he actually was like abusing her, but when the police pulled up, she had the hatchet. So they put their attention right on her, like freeze. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching this shit. She don't hear him, so she not putting the motherfucker down. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So they got extra aggressive. And I remember thinking in my mind, like, damn, what if they gonna fucking shoot my mom?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
too young to do nothing about it.
Hell yeah, I was like 9 years old. But after that incident, we went to a foster home. Mm-hmm. We went to a foster home for a year. Shout out to the Boyd family. They took us in. And after that year, so we didn't just go to a random family. My aunt took us in. That's why I come back to my aunt. That's why I like start the story off with my aunt on Montana. You know what I'm saying? That's where I was born on a house that was on Montana Street. But like I said, I lived with my mom, and she had moved from there, moving around with her. And then when I went after the year in foster care, I moved back on Montana in 1994 after I already lived over there before. And always was coming over there doing laundry with my mom and shit. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I was raised in the church too. At the same time, I was raised in the church. I was like I was a bright kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A bright kid. Trust me, a bright kid knows he or she is a bright kid. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times kids don't be bad. They just be smart as fuck. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah. They don't even be bad. They just be smart as fuck. Like, how the fuck you know that? Get the fuck out of here. Like you ain't supposed to know that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that time that you spent in there, that year, you know what I mean, did you really, you know what I mean, go through a mental, you know what I mean, adjustment, and did you really focus, or did it change you?
You know, to be honest with you, it really didn't change me because I wasn't a sad kid, but I knew I was poor. You feel what I'm saying? I knew I was dealt a bad hand. You know what I'm saying? I seen other kids with shit. I seen other kids have families and shit. I know we were always the kids, like we had to move in with my aunt. We had to, you know what I'm saying? We had to go to foster care, or we always needed a ride somewhere, or my mom always needed extra help.
Waiting in line at the Rath building.
Exactly. And they meetings with my mom, you know what I'm saying? So I knew who the fuck I was and what I was born into, but you know, I was a kid, so it didn't affect me how I see it affect other kids though. Mm-hmm. And you know, that is a blessing, because like I say this now, I don't look like what I've been through. I don't wear it on me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I tell you what I've been through, you wouldn't even feel like, damn, you like, I don't even look like a rapper. Motherfuckers ain't even think I rap, you know what I mean?
Right.
But anyway.
Gotta get that.
But you know what I'm saying? So around like moving back on Montana, like I said, that's when I'm just noticing the flashiness of shit. Guys is tougher around me now when we skip school. Instead of stealing from the store, breaking a window, we might test our punch, who got the hardest punch. So on the way to school, like we taking turns punching random motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Just like shit like that, like a tough guy contest type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Broadway and Bailey type shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Right there, those is. I remember that was the spot they were having an actual issue with that over there. Those motherfuckers was just knocking out the homeless dudes.
Yeah, you know that's a thing. You know, it's fucked up, but that's a thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Menacing young hoodlums we were.
Yeah, trying to figure it out.
Absolutely.
Surrounded by a bunch of menacing young hoodlums.
Would you say when you started seeing all the jewelry and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Would you say that, you know what I mean, that was your divine goal to drive, you know what I mean, at the time?
No, it wasn't about the jewelry to me. It really wasn't even about the money to me. It was about the life to me, to do things that I never got to do. Hearing people like, yo, I might be outside playing with another kid. I'm like, yo, I gotta go. My family taking me to WrestleMania. I know I ain't going to no fucking WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Always wanted to do the things that I couldn't do. Hearing people, yo, we just came back from Florida. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I'm saying, seeing kids pull up with the nice clothes and just whatever. I just wanted more for myself. It was never one thing I never seen like nobody pull up with a car like I need that, or it wasn't no specific chain or watch. It was just the fact that, you know, like me, I'm a have things. I'm gonna do things in my life. I'm gonna live life. It was more about that for me. I didn't want to just, I was always uncomfortable in the hood, you know what I'm saying? And my father, Johnny Pinnock, you know what I'm saying? That's my father. He's not my biological father, but you know what I'm saying? I claim he is, because he been there ever since I was born. Like literally, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't find out this until I was 16. That, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel me?
No, I do.
So it's like,
same situation.
so it's like this. That nigga, my biological father. I know him and my mom had complicated issues. So going back, thinking about things, thinking like, damn, he wasn't my biological papa, but he went through that shit with my mom. I remember that nigga like beating up my brothers and sisters' father. I remember him like doing a whole lot of shit that you don't do for a kid that's not yours. As well as how you got to think. I was thinking back how young he was, and thinking back the things that my mom was putting him through. So it's all type of factors, and this man is like still was there for me as much as he could for me growing up. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I could never thank him enough. You know what I'm saying? I bear his last name. My daughter. I mean, you know that's my family name.
Yeah.
You know, I carry that shit. You know what I mean?
That's a beautiful thing, man. You know, when people step up like that.
Absolutely, you know what I mean. I said we commend all those fathers right there. They really, you know what I mean. They go above and beyond, and they don't get the recognition that they need. You know.
Right, man. So I say that to say, being around him, he a guy who never smoked, who never drank, who always kept a job, who was the direct opposite of my mom. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my mom, though. My mom was street smart. You know what I'm saying? My mom, you know, she taught me a lot. She taught me about the game. Like, when I jumped in the game, I was taking advice from my mom. I was going to school selling weed, and it was my mom's. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom was street smart. But, my pops, he a person who took pride in his appearance and took pride in how he moved. So, you know what I'm saying? I always had two sides to it. I did have a positive male role model in my life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let me ask you this. When did you switch from weed to, you know, when did you give yourself the promotion that I was going to start making a little bit more money than weed money?
Man, to be honest with you, man, I started off selling crack.
Okay.
I mean, weed was secondary.
Yeah, all right. Well, usually that's where gateway, I feel like weed is a gateway.
Yo, I'm from, listen,
you start saying I want to make more money.
This is
than
why
weed
I tell
money.
people, I'm from Montana Avenue, and I stress that so much because the picture I'm trying to paint is that I grew up in a cesspool of everything. It's equivalent to you know, it was its own thing. You know what I'm saying? It had the younger dudes down here. It had the older dudes down here. It had a middle generation. It had a younger generation, and it had a younger generation than that. You feel what I'm saying? There was so much shit going on. It's motherfucking at least $20,000 a day coming down there on that block. You know what I'm saying? So it had its own lore about it. Like, you had to be a hustler coming from that block. It's almost something that you want to live up to. You know what I'm saying? It was pressure. It was pressure coming from a place like that. You know what I mean? And then to see where I'm at today, I'm like, damn, that shit really in people from over there. Because there's guys who come from over there who never sold a drug. Motherfuckers working at car sales spots, and they the best car salesman there.
They have a unique brand.
You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. The dude, okay, I started off selling crack. This tie into the story. Now, we went to go get a double up. You know what I'm saying? From Larry Love. Rest in peace, Larry Love. And I got mine. My homeboy got his. And we rode our bikes back to Montana. By time, I don't know who this kid fucking calling me. By time we got back, he lost his. He was in his sock. I don't know how the fuck he lose it.
Yeah, fuck.
But he lost his.
It's a long ride.
And he never got back in the game again. He's successful though today. Like,
well, shit. It was a blessing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy how the things happen like that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Sometimes
So,
you don't even question that. Just
real shit.
And sometimes the universe just provides, right?
Hell yeah. So, and basically that just started. You know, let me get to some real shit, because y'all told me I'm talking about my life. We're gonna talk about this shit.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Living with my aunt so we wouldn't go bounce around to them foster homes. Moving with my aunt. We moved to Atlanta in 1995. You know what I'm saying? a lot of my family who moved here from Laverne, Alabama, moved to Atlanta like in the early 90s. Yeah. So my family moved to Buffalo like in the 70s. In the 70s and in maybe the 60s, like the 60s and the 70s. And then in the 90s, started going back to the South. So in 95, I moved back down there. Me and my brother, Marcello Lowry, Machine Gun Black, we was getting in so much trouble in schools down there. We couldn't fucking adjust. I don't know what it was. Yeah. I think like the reins, it kind of felt like the reins was kind of loose down there.
Yeah.
We kept getting in trouble. They sent us back. And then when they sent me back, my best friend, City Boy, he told me. He put me to the side and told me, like, yo, things ain't gonna be how they was for you. So just, you know what I'm saying? You're just gonna have to adapt. And that's him basically telling me, like, you gonna be, I haven't lived with my mom in maybe like what? 2 years, cause it's 90, I haven't lived with my mom from 93 all the way to, this when I moved back, 99. Okay. So about 6 years I haven't moved with my mom. So living with my aunt, you know what I'm saying? So she a different type of person. We wasn't rich or nothing. We was regular. We wasn't, you know what I'm saying? We was still fucked up. We lived on Montana. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We was still fucked up, but you know what I'm saying? You know, she didn't battle addiction. She was an alcoholic. She was like my grandmother. It was like living with your grandmother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She made sure we had the things that we needed. We ain't had the things that we wanted, but we always had the shit that we needed. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when I moved back, like I said, City Boy gave me that speech. And then a couple weeks later, I was going to go get that double up. You know what I'm saying? And that's when that shit happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how old were you around that age?
Like 14.
Okay. All right. So
at that time, do you think you had a imagery you had to uphold to?
Yeah, but it was some kid shit.
Well,
I just wanted some new kicks. I didn't want to be known as soft. I didn't want to be known as a killer. Right. I didn't want to be known as like the big man on campus. I just wanted to be respected. Just want to be respected.
You want to be able to pull up on the block.
Yep. I talked to girls and I got nice kicks. That's what it was about. I wanted to keep my nice kicks.
Give the respect that you want.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't on no crazy tough guy shit. Yeah. I wanted to be known for just being cool and being fly. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
So then I guess the next question is, when did you switch from selling crack to selling heroin? Because I mean, we're leading into like a big moment of your life.
Man, it's just basically
18, 19.
Basically shortly after. Basically when
just still like as soon as you probably immediately upon noticing there's money in that also.
I would say maybe 3 years later. 3 years later, where I'm doing it every day. Okay. But even leading up to it, Montana is a heroin block. Mm-hmm. But it was kind of like close guarded. Yeah. And a guy like me, I took pride in like, I'm trying to tell you, because a car would roll down a block and like 20 dudes would run up to the motherfucker. So being young, being like 15, 16, like I took pride where I didn't have to do that. Like I'm just gonna make my little money. It was small money, but I'm gonna make my little money on this corner doing. I'm like, I don't gotta do that. Yeah. I don't gotta run up to the cars. You know what I'm saying? But of course I did it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes nobody be out there. I get me a couple bundles to sell. The motherfucker who had all the bundles, Papo, lived right next door to me. Right. Lived right next door to me. Spanish motherfucker named Papo. Lived right next door to me. I'm trying to tell you, like, Montana is crazy. It's like the fucking wires. It's real shit.
It's like a little jungle, right?
Like its own little jungle.
I mean, you look down the street and you have a pretty good idea, even just alone. Mm-hmm. You know? So even check the Google Maps and the missing houses.
Man, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it used to be. And we don't even want it to be like back like that.
Good. That's good.
You know what I mean? That shit was crazy.
It's probably on one of the other blocks, I'm sure.
Maybe it is, man. But you know that shit was crazy, and so
I know one of your big things right now is trying to uplift, you know what I mean, the community and everything, and you uplift those things that, you know what I mean, that you've, you know what I mean, you've seen and everything, you know, and that's very unique and a blessing, you know what I mean. That's good, you know what I mean, because it says a lot of people, I personally don't see a lot of big hitters, you know what I mean, like that, trying to give back like that. Letting these youth know it's not mandatory.
Man, that's the most important part of this shit. That's why I come here. That's why I'm eager to tell my story like this, to show people. The one thing the one thing that I want people to know about my success is this. If I can do this shit, literally anybody can do it. If a person like me, I've been down to my last chance. You know what I'm saying? I've been down to my last chance. I've been motherfucking down to my last dollar. I've been down to my last everything. Right. I've been down to my last nerve with this shit. Yeah. You already know.
So
if a nigga could pull, if I could pull out of that, anybody could. You know?
So do you think you know what I mean, you had a lot of big, I mean, I still now, you know what I mean, like not like trust issues, you know what I mean? Like who do I trust, you know what I mean? Even with your success.
Man, you trust people who got shit to lose with you. That's who you trust.
there you
know
go.
what I'm
That's
saying?
smart.
That's unique.
That's who you trust. Like, it's okay to even fuck with motherfuckers, but far as trust and reliable trust, because I trust everybody. I trust everybody to be who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I trust everybody to be
Consistency is my
like
favorite quality.
like if somebody like if I got some jewelry laying around and I go pick it up and I go put it in somewhere and the motherfucker like, damn man, you don't trust me? No, I trust you to be who the fuck you are. That's why I put it up.
Yeah.
I perfectly
Yeah, no
trust you.
doubt.
I know who you are. Let's not kid ourselves.
Right. No,
You know what
I
I'm
hear
saying?
that.
I trust you. So, but reliable trust is only the motherfuckers who got shit to lose with you. That's it.
No doubt.
It's a nice gem right there.
So going back between the age of whenever, I think you said around 17, you started selling heroin, but you got busted at 18 or 19. Anything significant happened in between those years?
Man, yeah. When I was 17, I definitely caught a case. I motherfucking just standing out there. Like I said, guys running up to the. Remember that I told you about that shit? Guys running up. I remember it was my turn. So I'm running up to the car, and there's somebody who knew it was my turn run up to the car with me, and I'm like, I'm arguing before I even do the business because I'm so pissed off. I'm like, yo, because I knew he was gonna do this shit. So I was really anticipating telling him to back the fuck up more than I was about the money. You know what I'm saying? So I at the window arguing, look up, I see the police hit the corner. You know what I'm saying? So what I do, I drop the shit in a lick lap. Boom, drop it in their lap. Then I like walk up. You know how the Buffalo houses is. I walk up the driveway.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I get past where you can't see me, I take off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm motherfucking. But like I said, this is a crazy block, so they knew what we was doing. So I hopped the fence and ran over to the other block. They were out there too.
Yeah.
So when I seen them was out there, you know what I do? I do my shit. Bong bong. Barry Sanders. Facts. Do my Barry Sanders shit. They got another car. They put a car up to try to damn near hit me. So I only could like move. I only could like run in one area, and I had to hop another fence. But it's so crazy. I ended up in the same spot where I just took off from. So when I hop back over the fence, they on Montana coming up the yard. Like I could hear them coming up the yard. I'm like, damn, I still got the work on me. So I like threw it somewhere and just laid down. You know what I'm saying? I was 17. They came back there. Then the first thing I thought about when they came back there, I threw that shit. I'm like, damn, these niggas probably got shit stashed back here.
Yeah, everywhere probably. Yeah, the way they had you set up, like they're
I'm
just
like,
ready
damn.
for you. Yeah.
I'm like, you know what I mean? So
You didn't have any kids yet, right?
hell no.
Okay, so all right, so you got caught. What happened? How 17 years old? Would they charge you with?
That was my first time getting caught, but that was the first time. I remember getting caught when I was 16. Some shit, crazy story. But for that specific time, they sentenced me to probation. Look at this shit. They sentenced me to probation. And the day that I had to report to probation and start my probation, my pops was taking me to Disney World.
Yeah.
He didn't know nothing about this because he would have never took me. He would have never let me go. So what would you do?
Go to Disney World anyway.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And we was going on his girlfriend at the time had a daughter, beautiful daughter, man. I can't remember her name, man. One of my stepsisters, man. My pops was a player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One of my stepsisters, and it's crazy. They lived on Montana. It's crazy. And she was battling cancer. And through the Make-A-Wish program,
The daughter.
right, she was going to Disney World, and they asked her who she wanted to bring, and she wanted to bring my pops. You know what I'm saying? So he brought me. It was right after 9/11. My little sister didn't want to go. She wasn't fucking with the airplane. She was way younger than me, but he was like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm going." You know what I'm saying, he don't know I'm like about to get sent to probation and shit.
Yeah.
So I went on the day that I had to report to probation. My first day. That was the day we had to catch them flights. Ain't no way I was missing them flights for that shit.
Yeah.
No way.
See ya.
Did you make it there and back? No
Of course.
Issues?
Enjoyed it. Had a blast. I never been back. I got to get back to Disney World.
No, and no one was the wiser, you're saying?
No, hell yeah. I dealt with that on the back end. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They ain't,
All right,
that shit ain't
Catch
go
me
away.
when I can.
Hell yeah, that's all. Gingerbread man.
That's it.
So was
all.
16, you said there was another one. Did you spend any time?
Nope.
Okay, all right.
The first one, when I was 16, my mom was out. She was out at a wedding. She told me I'm going to Utica, New York for a wedding. Don't have the niggas on my porch. Don't be doing nothing. I'm like, okay. But by time this summer, I'm rocking. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 16-year-old young man. I got shit going on. So anyway, she told me don't have the homies on the porch, the older homies. I'm in the house cooking like burgers and shit, seasoning them bitches up. I remember I go outside, man, and the police they on my porch. They got everybody stretched the fuck out. And I see one officer, I got wooden stairs. Like, he got a crowbar lifting up the stairs. Because one of the homies, when they pulled up, one of the homies dropped a bundle of dope between the stairs. And they seen him do it, so they lifting up the stairs. I'm looking through the stairs. I can see the bundle of dope, so I know the police can see it. So he about to pop the shit up and grab it and take this dude to jail. But me, I'm thinking, like, all I could hear is, like, you know what I mean? Me and my mom was at a point where we was, like, mending our relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting kicked out a whole bunch of times, and I was selling dope out the house, and just, you know what I mean, got a lot of shit going on. And so it was different from her telling me, like, don't have nobody around my house. Like, it was different. Yeah. So me, like, I'm thinking, like, fuck. So all I could do, tell the police, like, yo, man, what the fuck is y'all doing? I could try to, like, speak up. It's like, it's my house.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like the person in charge.
Yeah,
I got brothers and sisters there too, but I'm the person in charge. My mom left. I'm in charge of this shit. So these motherfucking police, they try to, like, yo, you wanna come out here? I'm like, hell no. I remember, nigga, I got about like 70 dimes, 60 dimes somewhere stashed back there. You know what I'm saying? And like 2,700 like put up in my shoe somewhere. So I'm like, man, I don't want to fuck with these niggas. But they getting so crazy now. They got the dog. They're on the porch now.
They probably know you too, right?
You know what I'm saying? So I speak up. You know, they end up in some way, man. I end up in the back of the car.
Because they probably already knew you, right? Like you said, they knew the block was.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, but I got that was like my first time. That was my first time going to jail and going to the holding center or anything like that. I was 16. Okay. And one time I was 13. I got caught for stealing a bike. Stayed the night in East Ferry, but that was my first time going down. And really, that was like fun as shit. Like, you knock with the big homies. We go down. It was niggas in Central Book talking shit. We like, hey, beat niggas. Some of my nigga, we'll fuck you up. You know, niggas down there going crazy. Shit. I mean, he let me right out. I mean, young nigga, my pops came to get me. Real shit.
Do you think that's supportive? You know what I mean? Your pops coming to get you out. You know what I mean? Had anything to do with that funness? Like, it's all right now? You think that?
Yeah, like, did you think it made you feel like you're getting off on it?
Yeah, like jail,
yeah, fuck it, whatever.
Jail's all right.
I got pops.
My biggest obstacle out of that whole situation was my pops. I'm from the streets. Even though I was only 16, like, I was, by this time I was like versed in everybody. Like, I remember I used to brag about, man, I never even caught a case. Like, imagine being 16 bragging about it. Like, you ain't even lived long enough to fucking not catch them. Exactly. Right. But everybody around me that age was catching them. So, you know what I mean? I figured I knew how it would go, and I knew I wasn't going to stay. I was only 16, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was crack that you didn't find in my pocket. They ended up taking the money, so, you know what I mean? It wasn't, like, fun, but it wasn't, I mean, it was no sweat off a nigga's back, you know what I mean? Deal. It was nothing. I mean, it just added to the allure of the shit.
I guess, so then let's get to the big one then. How old were you, 18, 19, when you got caught selling, I believe, a kilo?
Motherfucking, basically.
That was a little different.
That went different. You know what I mean? That went all the way different.
If you don't mind, tell us about it.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell the whole story, but I'm gonna tell enough of it. Basically, now, whole time I'm on the run now for that shit I didn't report for.
Oh, okay.
You feel what I'm saying? The whole time for that shit I didn't report for, I'm on the run.
Yeah.
So I got a trap knocking. Yeah. 18 years old. I got some shit rocking. You know what I'm saying? Niggas staying up all night. Everybody could come there and get money. Rocking. West Side Gun came there and got money before. Motherfucking Machine Gun Black came there and got money before. Like, I had this shit rocking. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. West Side Gun caught a case out that motherfucker too before. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So you're killing it. You're having lots of fun or just working?
man, I'm trapping. I got a spot just going stupid at the time. 18, young nigga, don't got nothing to do with the hood. I don't even I'm coming through visiting, shit like that. But anyway, my man telling me like, yo, I got a move for us. All you just need to do is have some paper. We can go bust this move. I'm like, all right, I got some paper, but I'm not going with you. Like, cool, say less. So he telling me about the move. It's for, if it's like I had some money, he gonna take the money, he gonna snatch something for us. It's for a good price. This type of shit don't be around. So I'm like, all right. So the day finally come, he like, yo, we about to bust that move. I never thought the day was gonna come. So I go with him. But he tell me to go with him, like, yo, come with me. I wasn't expecting to go with him. And, you know, and this is real shit. This saved me. This is real shit. I used to be in the house trapping so much, so fucking bored. Remember, I was 18.
Yeah.
My girl at the time worked at Wendy's. She was like, damn. She's like, this shit is crazy. It's crazy at work. Like, we need help. I'm like, I'll help y'all. She like, nah, for real, no, we need you to put you on the books. I'm like, I help y'all. So I went to work one day. The day before this, I went to Wendy's. I went to Wendy's and worked like for 3.5 hours. So I went to Wendy's and shit. They tried to get me to come in that day. They called me like, yo, we need you to come in. I probably should have took my ass in. I'm thinking like, man, I wasn't never going back. I'm like, man, I ain't going back to that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
No.
They had me flipping fucking burgers, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Who
But anyway.
Now you're the butcher.
Anyway, ain't nothing wrong with that. I had a couple other jobs too.
Yeah. Yeah, we all got to put it in the work, right?
Hell yeah, I'm a hustler for real. But
You
anyway,
think that the money, the flow of the money become an addiction?
of course, that's what you're addicted to. You're addicted to the money. You know what I'm saying? Nothing
Comfort.
else. You're addicted to the money. You're addicted to the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And whatever your lifestyle is, people think the lifestyle is, you know, clubs, bitches, weed, and fashion. Man, hell no. It's people blowing money on fishing trips. That's their lifestyle. You know, I'm spending their last. You know, you ain't got that much money to fly out there with your good old buddies and go down there. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you might get invited somewhere with your friends and they're like, yo, man, we all going down here, pay this. And it costs this. You can't keep up with that, but people still paying that shit.
Yeah.
That's their lifestyle. So that's what it is. But I end up going with him. And basically, it was a setup. You know what I mean? It was a setup.
Was him involved or just for the both of you?
No, the person who we were supposed to be scoring from was in a situation. Was in a situation with the federal government trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to loosen their reins. I'm saying, and you know, and threw us on a skewer.
Yeah.
I'm saying, so that definitely went different. Attempt to distribute. You know what I'm saying? Attempt to distribute a kilo. And criminal impersonation because I lied about my name because I was on the run from the shit that I went to Disney World for.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So that came back to bite me in my ass. That turned into a whole new charge.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes it would work, right? Because then they let you go and then
Nah,
you're
hell
just on
no,
the
that
run
wouldn't
again.
work. This was the government. That wasn't working.
now
This is
that
not.
shit, now
This
that
is the
type of
feds.
things.
I just know like
It was
old
dumb even
friends
for
was
me to-
always sharing IDs with each
It was
other.
dumb for me to do that. They gave me that charge. They
Yeah.
gave me that charge. They made me state my name in a courtroom, and before I could finish saying my name, the DA was like, "Actually, Your Honor, his name is." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like real shit. So
So what they slap you with? How long did you?
I ended up getting a 2-year sentence. But look, my blessing was that fucking job at Wendy's.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
right.
now, you know what I mean? And I feel like I used my youthful offender for that because they end up, like the state ended up like dismissing the case because they didn't get me in court for arraignment till about motherfucking 8 months later. So they like, time served.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna let these motherfuckers deal with your dumb ass.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got a lot on your hands.
Yeah, for real. Shit.
So, you know what I mean?
So
A nigga just was blessed by that. I remember my brother was my co-defendant. He got like 5 years. My other man was my co-defendant. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you realize like jail. You know what I mean? And you realize like hold the fuck up. Hell no, I gotta be out here doing something because you could lose valuable time. People dying in there. There's shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So that gave me a sense of like. That gave me a sense of more awareness. You know what I'm saying? Just
more
going
on
out.
point.
It's like you lose your protective cover when you get tied up with them people for the first time. it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like I said, 16, it was fun, you know what I mean? It was nothing. But 18, it's a big case like that. It's like, come on now. I mean, so after that, you know, a nigga started moving with purpose. Came home, started really paying attention to my music more, to be honest with you. Basically, like, on the way how I'm constructing it, I'm setting up studio times. I'm being like a leader.
Yeah.
And how I'm doing shit and how I'm carrying myself with this shit. So
Taking it seriously.
exactly.
Not to go back a little bit, but you, at the time you went up, you got locked up. You say you went up like upstate and stuff.
No, it was a fed.
Okay.
It was federal. I did time in Batavia. I did time in Ashland, Kentucky, medium. A camp. I was in Atlanta, USP. What I say? Did I say Youngstown already? Youngstown, Ohio. Yeah, it's a different world. That's what I'm trying to say. So when you young, you prepare for the state. I mean, you thinking the state, then they hit you with some shit. It's like some shit I ain't even prepared for. Like, why the fuck am I in Atlanta?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
up
saying?
there, you know, feds, state's different. You know what I mean? I mean, feds is a whole different world. They can send you anywhere.
Yep, they can send you anywhere. You got it like really 8 hours away, but they be sending motherfuckers for far as a bitch.
How'd you get through your? How'd you pass time through prison?
Man, doing young nigga shit, man. Smoking, chilling, rapping.
No, I
you know
mean
what I'm saying?
when you were
Working
locked
out.
up. Oh, just all those things while you were locked up too.
Did I do all of those things?
Oh shit! I didn't realize. Okay,
You got nothing but time, bro.
I didn't.
mean,
Well, no, I just it's not-
Reading books.
Yeah, okay.
Watching
You said
TV.
smoking when you're talking cigarettes.
Fuck no. I was
Weed?
smoking. Hell yeah.
Shit, okay. I see. I'm glad. You know, I don't know, but I'm glad.
Yep.
All right,
Just chilling,
so,
being a young nigga. I was a young nigga at that point
world
in time.
inside
Young
of its
nigga
own
shit.
world. You heard that?
Okay.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
whole world inside of its own world. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
Came
no, I
back.
bet.
Came back and went
Focused
back for a
on that.
violation. Came back and was focusing on my music, but ended up going back for a violation. But when I go back for a violation, it was a bullshit violation. It was a nigga went back for a violation for like maybe a dirty urine or maybe like not reporting a time. You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit. No new cases, just they was sick on my ass, so I went back for a violation for a year. But by this time, a nigga had a 6-month-old baby.
Oh yeah.
So this it
that
was
was different then.
Yeah,
Even more different, even though it's less
it
time.
was way
even
different.
more
Miss
different.
her first birthday, missed her walk-in, missed all that shit. So it's like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's when that nigga, like, that was my first time being in there, like, fuck.
Yeah. So then, how do you just real quick? How do you make it through that year? Then, knowing that,
That
you're
shit's
making
different,
all
bro.
that, missing all that.
getting strong.
Bitten, just smoking, working out, playing ball.
How are you
working
looking
in
at the
kitchen.
future in there?
Man, I'm thinking like I'm about to go home and I'm gonna smash shit. I'm going home and I'm going crazy. Around this time, my niggas Conway going stupid with the rap shit. Street Entertainment going dumb with the rap shit. Before we got locked up, we was going dumb. Right now, let's talk about that. Before this rap shit, I mean before I got caught up on that shit, on the violation, we did the Case Slay mixtape. We did so many mixtapes. We dropped crazy mixtapes. Like, we took over.
Prior to the violation.
Prior to the violation, we going stupid.
Okay.
2005, we're going dumb.
Yeah.
We're going dumb. I end up doing a violation top of the year, 2006. 2005, we got the streets crazy. We got Buffalo crazy. We got shit stupid. So that was my aspiration. Like, man, shit, I didn't think that could happen. Like, we was on. It was DVD era. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, so when you got locked up on that violation, you got the streets jumping, you got a newborn on. Oh my goodness.
shit,
What type
real
of devastation did you feel at the time, bro?
I felt like, damn, I'm leaving this shit, but it wasn't, I didn't know what it meant to leave, nothing like that back home, because it never happened to me before. Remember, I'm still young.
Yeah.
I'm 22, so I'm still young. And, nigga, my brother got killed 30 days before I came home on this one. So that was a hard bid, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Even if it was just a year, that was like a lot of shit changed for me in a year. A lot of shit.
I mean, you just left the empire, bro.
No, facts. But I knew I was in good hands. You know, when you bitten, that's one of the things that keep you calm. When you know you in good hands, when you know you got people out there doing the right thing for you.
Yeah.
When you know you got somebody who gonna like you know your kid's okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's something you worry about when you locked up. Like, damn, I hope the homie's moving good, because you don't want to call home and some bullshit happen. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that happened to me. I called home and like my brother was gone. You know what I'm saying? So real shit. So
that sit down right there, did that really adjust your thoughts of like, damn, okay, this can't happen again? Like, you know what I mean?
I gotta start looking at shit
that changed me as a person. That changed my life. You know what I'm saying? It made me move different. It made me more. I really ain't give a fuck. I ain't give a fuck what happened to anybody after that. Like my brother did. I don't give a fuck what happened to nobody. So that gave me that. I always, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't always have that. But that definitely gave me that. I ain't give a fuck about nobody. Like, nigga, die. Nigga, fuck y'all, suffer. I had to. You know what I'm saying? So, it's crazy.
So,
is that the time when you really start focusing on your music around that time then? Like you said, you know what, this violation, this is, I can't keep doing this, you know what I mean? I got a kid out there, you know what I mean?
That's exactly what I said. I said, you know what?
You realize what you did.
I'm not going to jail again. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming back. I'm working on my music. I'm going stupid. I'm doing what I need to do. Take care of my kid. My baby mother did the right thing when I was locked up. She held me down. You know what I'm saying? I came home and got married. You feel what I'm saying? And like I had that, you know what I'm saying? I had that frame of mind.
Right.
I knew I was like a local celebrity at that time before I left. So when I came home, I'm like, I'm gonna be more like less accessible. Like you know what I'm saying? Like real shit. I had a lot going on. So and that's just what the fuck I did. I came home and I took over, dropped more mixtapes, did more shit. You know what I'm saying? Just kept grinding. You know what I'm saying? The grind of an East Side Buffalo rapper from a city that, you know, nobody never gets on. I just continued that shit, did everything. That's in the middle of me when I dropped like songs, like some of my biggest shit, like Smoke Good. You know what I'm saying? I dropped Smoke Good around that time. What else? Bitch, I'm ballin'. You know what I'm saying? Like two of my shits that I got videos for that people knew me for. I came back and I dropped those. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Late Night Noise. I had to mention you were on Late Night Noise back in the day.
Late Night Noise back in the day.
I don't even know about that shit.
Well, not my cousin. My boy City Boy, he used to host that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Late
do
Night
know what
Noise.
you're saying. I
Yep,
used to stay up in my grandma's spare bedroom just watching that shit, and dudes that were selling cards. Remember the dudes that used to sell cards on the TV?
Oh, yeah. That thing was a big wave, though.
Yeah. All right, so do you quit? You cut the game out completely and jumped right into the music, or what?
I didn't cut the game out.
How did you find? A better question would be like, how did you transition from cutting that out of your life? You know, that way maybe someone in this
to realizing the status that, you know what I mean, you created and everything that where you at right now, the local celebrity.
Yeah, because it doesn't always have to be celebrity either. Some people just learn that I need to work in life or whatever.
To
Well,
cut
not that you don't work. You know?
For me personally, to cut that out of my life, I had to have a clear shot at opportunity. Cause where we kicking it, when I'm kicking it with y'all, I'm still 23. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't signed my Griselda contract till 9 years later. So a nigga went upstate. Then a nigga went back on a violation again, state violation. So for me to be involved in, I needed a real clear cut chance for me to put my shit down. I couldn't keep fucking with this music shit, and this music shit wasn't fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Just on some G shit.
Right.
So it's like, I needed a clear cut chance. I needed Wes telling me, yo, Buzz, I'm about to sign this deal, nigga. Pull up, I need you. I needed somebody. You know what I mean? I was only chasing like matter of factness at that point in time.
Yeah.
And then so when I had a clear cut opportunity with no promises made though.
You just saw it.
With no promises made. No, I'm lying. It was promises made.
But you believed in it. You saw it. You saw it as
Some
an
of them I didn't
opportunity.
see.
Okay.
Some of them I didn't see.
So you had faith in the creator.
I did. You know, some of this, I'm trying to tell you, man, some of this shit Westside Gunn told me. He was like, yo, he was telling me before I ever got booked for anything, he was like, yo, Benny gonna be the nigga who getting booked at clubs. Benny gonna be the nigga who they gonna be booking at strip clubs. Conway, he gonna be this. And I'm thinking like, man, that'd be dope to get booked at strip clubs.
Yeah.
A nigga been booked at so many clubs that my manager's calling me like, yo, stop. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking like, nigga West said this shit. You know what I mean? Like, Benny gonna be the nigga who gonna, you know what I'm saying? So, Benny, you about to make the most money you ever have. Yo, watch this. You know, West seen it. This one before a nigga got $1, and it's like, you sure, Buzz?
Yeah.
Like, you serious? You know what I'm saying? So, he saw a lot of shit before I did, but at that point in time, I felt I owed it to myself. Before he was even telling me shit like that, though. We was working on music. And even on his climb to get to that spot, all the mixtapes and shit he put out, I was featured on those. Not all of them. Some of them I was featured on those. So we was working together, but he was doing him and Conway. So I just felt that at that time, I was down to my last fucking shot. Phone fucked up, phone slow. Evicted out my house, living in the projects with my girlfriend. She used to live with me. Now, shit, I got evicted. We moving in with her. So, and Buzz telling me he got a situation for me. Even I was reluctant to do that. I'm saying, like the story I tell about you, when Buzz telling me to come to Atlanta. Man, it's real shit. He telling me to come to Atlanta, and I want to come, but I'm not right financially. And it's like what the fuck did I need to be right financially? That nigga knew I ain't had money. What I was trying to go down there and do. Go to the fucking club. I had to think about that.
Yeah.
But before that, I'm telling you, a nigga was going to bust a move to go down there. Was going to go do some crazy shit. My man came to get me to do this shit. We rode around, thought about doing the shit. It was right there. It was, you know what I'm saying? Gun out, everything. And nigga didn't do that shit. Nigga didn't do it. Nigga moved to Atlanta, went down there broke with about $34. You know what I'm saying? It then turned to what it is now. My homeboy went to go do that shit about 2 weeks later. No. I'm bugging. Not about 2 weeks later. He took a while, about 6 months later. He went to go do that shit because he couldn't. He couldn't do it because the people knew his face, so he needed me to do it or somebody else to do it. He ended up sitting on the lick so long, he got antsy and went to go do that shit by himself. You know what I'm saying? Nigga doing 20 years in Clinton right now. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. It's real shit.
Look at that's a blessing.
When every time he called me, he say that I write about it in a rhyme. When I answer the phone, that's the rhyme he rapping. He said, nah, he doing 20. Man, that's my nigga. But yeah.
So you moved to Atlanta.
Basically.
Like,
right. The answer to the question is I had to be down to my last shot. I want to tell motherfuckers, don't be like me. Don't be down to your last shot before you want to commit to this life or before you want to commit to this hustle. Because, you know what I'm saying, it don't happen like that for everybody.
Yeah.
But just people got to treat your opportunities like gold. You know what I'm saying? Because they might come far and few. You know what I'm saying? So the ones that you do got, treat them like gold. That's it. You know
Absolutely.
I feel that 100%.
I mean, Atlanta's a beautiful place. You know what I mean? That's where a lot of music, that's where a lot of things hits. You know what I mean, bro? That's.
You having fun in Atlanta? Your girl and the kid came down with you?
Nah, hell no, nigga. I was sleeping in the bedroom that they gave me to sleep in. I got to work in Atlanta. Okay. I started recording 10 and Talk 3 in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta. They telling me next week we going to LA. So, in about 10 days, I was going from just about to do that bullshit to I'm at a rooftop meeting, kicking, not even a meeting, we just powwow with Rock Nation, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And then the whole time I'm just thinking like, what the fuck? This shit crazy. I'm like, Buzz a crazy motherfucker. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking like, man, this nigga Wes is a crazy nigga.
Well, did you say that was your moment where you're like, oh shit, this is real life. This is actually happening.
Man, I had maybe 1,000 other moments since then. Yeah. But they are moments where I stop and freeze time and just look around and see like, okay, like, man, you did it, and you got a chance to go even further. You know what I'm saying?
You know your limits were wherever you wanted to go from there.
Right, seizing that opportunity.
True story.
Like you were saying. Fuck,
bro. I mean, like I said, since you created all these opportunities for yourself, you know what I mean. Once you reflect now, you know what I mean. when you reflect upon that, you know what I mean. Like you said, you never really thought about that getting there, but now that you're there, what's the reflection like?
The reflection is like all the little steps that I made, all the little steps that I didn't make. I might think back to a video that I wrote. I mean, a video that I watched maybe when I was 12 years old that I learned something from, that I applied it to my life, or I applied it in my conversation. I might have applied it in my slang, or I might, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, damn, that helped me get here. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody who I had an encounter with, maybe some in prison, or maybe in the streets, who told me something like, no, youngin, you know what I'm saying? Because I've always been a humble person. But people always been telling me like, no, nigga, poke your chest out. Maybe not that specifically, but maybe something that I took along and away from somebody. And I'm thinking like, damn, that shit come into play right here, right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the little steps or that I did make or what I didn't do, like, damn, so I'm happy I didn't do that. Whew, I wouldn't be here right now. Mm-hmm. Or I'm happy I didn't do that. Or, you know what I'm saying, I'm happy I ain't fuck with those niggas. Over time, I got to watch what happened. So I reflect on things that I done and things that I shouldn't have done to get here, so I could, you know what I'm saying? You only know where you're going if you know where you've been. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. So, all right, you fucking are in LA. What's this meeting about?
Shit, the meeting.
Something big.
I'll be giving exclusives. I'll be giving exclusives because one thing
this
about me,
good,
I don't know
by
how
the way, yo.
I don't know how to sugarcoat shit.
This is exactly how I.
But it shouldn't be a secret.
Go,
but it's just that nobody noticed. But it shouldn't be a secret. There's no secret about it.
Yeah.
I was the day I got to Atlanta. I woke up. The next day, Wes came and got me, and we went and we signed my Griselda contract. He was telling me they just signed the Shady, bung, bung, bung. Mm-hmm. So 10 days later, like I said, we in LA, and Rock Nation like, yeah, we want y'all. We want the whole Griselda. We want Benny. Mm-hmm. But really, I'm in a conversation like this, but they say that. In 2017, they're like, we want Benny, but in my head, I'm thinking like, Buzz already signed to Shady. Yeah. I don't think they knew at the time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what that was. Like, Wes haven't even told him, like,
yeah, get in line.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I remember Wes calling me, like, when I was living in the projects before I even went down there, like, yo, Buzz, send me that one joint when you mention Emery name. So he was kicking it with Emery. He was in the office with Emery, bung, bung. So I knew he was kind of, I didn't know at the time, but I knew he had some type of relationship with Rock Nation. I didn't know he was getting courted to sign to them, you know what I'm saying? But I knew they was fucking with him. So niggas' relationship and familiarity go back with Rock Nation and Hove and E and them boys to then, you know what I'm saying? They've been aware of this shit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, people see the pictures and shit now, they're like, okay, Hove is on them now. I'm like, hell no. Back then, you know what I'm saying? When this shit first started, you know what I mean? Niggas could have got introduced to the world through Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? Wes ended up taking the deal with Shady. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people really understand how that really happened.
Yeah, that's insane. I was in California when it happened, and I was like, oh, I got to move back home now. So I think we fast forward to kind of now that you have that stardom and you're a lot bigger, more successful.
I mean, you guys create a huge impact upon this nation that you are, you know what I mean, this hometown that you guys, you know what I mean, we're from. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? What now? You guys don't ever stop. You guys always going forward to giving back and doing, you know what I mean, all these different things, you know,
right,
bro.
Right.
Like that's very, very, it's a blessing, bro.
That's a fact. And it's like me going to Atlanta, them first Atlanta days, those seem like the old days. Like me telling the stories and all the shit on Montana, you know, that seemed like ancient history. That don't seem like the old days. The old days is when I see podcasts like this. I mean, you know, shits like this. Mm-hmm. We're seeing that. Not saying that what we got going on responsible for shit like this, but just seeing that life has been breathed into the city in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? In so many ways. Through everything. Through the Bills plan. Through people, this music bringing us closer to people. We're reconnecting in different ways. Mm-hmm. From everything. And I just like it. And I'm just looking back like, man, this shit is dope.
Yeah, it is.
Man, this shit is dope. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy how everything just spiderwebs into just the combination.
Exactly.
Bro. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with it right now. And I'm just thankful to be a part of it. And trust me, 10, 20 years from now, people going to look back. We haven't we haven't even done nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? The story is just rising.
Yeah, we're on our way to the beginning.
Just signed my Def Jam contract. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, basically not even just signed, but I never put out no music yet. You know what I'm saying? Haven't even dropped a major album yet. You know what I'm saying? We about to do What Was Sheen Gonna Do 2 eventually. Just so much shit going on. And I don't think the people realize that neither. Because people like, man, you know, them boys been in the game. They been in the game. But I remember coming home from one of those violations in 2012 and seeing Lil Durk, that song, This Ain't What You Want. I think like, man, look at Younger. He doing this thing. Now look at him. That was 10 years ago. It was people, that was a big hit. It was people in his hood looking at him like he's at the height of his career. Like, look, he at the height. Fuck no. This shit gets beyond measure, like more than you could fucking imagine. Like, you gotta think, like niggas doing business with, niggas came in the game doing business with Eminem, doing business with Hove, kicking it with Diddy, like niggas linking with Nas, all our greats, check the list off. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much more to be done. That's what I want people to know.
That's beautiful, bro. I mean, you got over how many collaborations with everything? Just your networking is
killing it. You put in the work, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know, I make this shit cool, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think, you gotta be a cool nigga to do this shit. A lot of these niggas ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas just
aren't cool.
And that's another thing too. This game ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And this game is nerve wracking. Don't forget it. This shit is not over. Like I said, it's the beginning. So it's about adjusting to the game. And these rap guys sometimes can let the competitiveness go to the head. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Let's talk about like not being all that great and go. You got shot in Houston.
Yes, I did.
How did that change your perspective on things? Because obviously, I don't believe it was on any beef shit. It was just now you are somebody that clearly has money around his neck even, and what else in his pocket we'll find out.
It's just to let me know. It's just to let me know that, you know what I mean, that I was a target. I know I was a target in a certain way, but I was a target in a different way. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been done everything in the streets, and no shit like that ever happened to me. That just let me know, like you elevate. You gotta elevate in all realms with it. You know what I'm saying? This shit gets spooky. Yeah. Man, making millions of dollars it'll make you spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It'll make you see things different, and that comes, and that's why I think a lot of artists, a lot of hip hop artists, a lot of celebrities get backlash because we're tweeting our thoughts. We're posting our thoughts on Instagram when nobody can relate to us, but we can relate to each other. So I might say like, damn, and it's hard being that people like, man, what, you rich, man? Shut up, that don't matter. Like, you worried about shovel? I might tweet about shoveling snow. Like, damn, I gotta shovel the snow. You rich? Why you shoveling your own snow? Man, if I was rich like you, I would love to shovel snow. Like shut the fuck up.
No, you wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? It's
no,
like,
you wouldn't. Whoever the fuck that was.
Everybody think that money is the goal. Money or fame is the goal. So it's a lot of people. It's millions of people alive who thinking like, only if I had this amount of money, and if I had this kind of car, Lord, I won't ask for nothing. I'll be good. I'll be straight. But guess what? So imagine getting that type of money and getting that kind of car. You think life is just good. You think everything, like, nothing stops.
Nah.
Nothing stops. You know what I'm saying?
Your brain starts ticking more.
Life is still lifing around you. You know what I'm saying? It's doing it, and it's doing the most too. Shit get crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Life is, trust me, life is simple when you broke. Like, when you don't got no money, life is simple.
I'd like to check.
You know what I'm saying?
So
that
considering
was a wake up call then, huh? That was
it was a wake up call. Hell yeah. I mean, I done been through like 10 of them since then. 10 more of them since then. Yeah. And it's not all about violence and no shit like that, but just, you know what I mean, just being careful of my surroundings, and knowing that this shit is not all love, and knowing that, you know what I mean, people wish harm on you, like people really wish direct harm on you even if you haven't done nothing to them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just learning this shit.
Now, you mentioned something about being, you know what I mean, it brings you to a spiritual being, you know what I mean? What's your belief in that? Like, you know what I mean, if you don't mind digging into that.
Man, I believe in God. You know what I'm saying? I believe in God. I believe there's a higher power. I believe somebody watches over us. I believe somebody protects us. I believe there's a creator. You know what I'm saying? I believe that we should give thanks to the creator. I believe that we should thank the creator for allowing us to see another day, for allowing us to eat food, to allowing us to, you know what I'm saying, to live our life. I believe that. And sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes I'm not sure on who that creator is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
right.
You know, I'm not sure, but I know there's a creator. I grew up in a church, Baptist, you know what I'm saying? And I believe a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? I believe a lot of that. And I understand what that's for. You know what I mean? I definitely believe in a higher power, for sure, for sure.
We mentioned just a second ago about how busy you are and how busy you are becoming, even more so. How do you find time to be Jeremy Pinnock, the parent, as opposed to Benny Butcher, the influencer?
Man, you just got to do it. I'm both of them niggas at the same time. I might be about to head out on stage, and my daughter might be FaceTiming me to show me something, to show me a test scores, or just ask me a question. You know what I'm saying? I might be in the middle of a meeting. You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes to being a parent, and to being a son, you can't turn that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like you could turn off being a friend. If I'm in a meeting right now, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my friends keep calling me. He's like, I'm gonna call you back, my nigga. But if my daughter keep calling me, if my mom keep calling me, like, you can't turn that off.
Yeah. You can pick up on the first ring by all means. We won't be mad
that's
at you.
mandatory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just try to
Involve
stay.
them.
Of course, they involved in everything. You know what I'm saying? But me, for my sanity, I just try to stay in a sense of calmness, in a sense of peace, in a sense of, I don't know, my nigga, like it sound crazy, but definitely, that's why nigga smoke this weed, calmness. Mm-hmm. That's why nigga drink this shit, peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why nigga take these trips. That's why nigga buy what he want. That's why nigga wear the shit that make him feel good. Put on the shit that make him feel good so I can do good. You know what I'm saying? So I can look just real shit.
Oh, yeah.
That got a lot to do with it. I mean, you ever heard of we all heard of when the females got retail therapy. Sometimes I just want to be around loved ones, familiar faces.
Yeah.
Sometimes I might want to get outside and work. I mean, when I got shot, a nigga wasn't working because a nigga couldn't walk. You know what I'm saying? A nigga couldn't walk. I had to learn to walk again. You know what I mean? I don't think people understand that neither. That the nigga on stage doing these shows, walking around, traveling, and everything, and had to learn how to walk again.
Your career.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I definitely don't think people notice because
They don't know because they don't.
you did a good job of getting back on your feet.
Exactly. They don't know. I mean, they don't know. Nigga was taking about 7 pills a day. You know what I'm saying? Shit that they prescribed me. I did that shit for about 2 weeks. None of that shit was helping me. I'm like, I'm not about to keep taking this shit. Like, facts.
For pain, they were giving it to you?
For pain, for nerve damage, for everything. I stopped taking that shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel no different. You think they about to keep?
You know how this goes. Yeah.
I don't know what that shit was, but I'm like, man, I ain't about to keep taking this shit. Had to take some in the morning, but after a while, the nerve damage, the pain, so fucking bad. You want to take the shit and hope and believe some way that it's working, but it's not. Yeah. Nigga couldn't sleep at night. I'm trying to tell you this shit I never said. Nigga couldn't sleep for a minute. Go 30 days straight.
Yeah.
So I'm just real, bro.
Basically, after I got shot, my shit stayed in pain for 60 days straight.
And the pills, weren't even working. Had they at least taken them fucking to fall asleep.
What it would do, it'd be less at sometimes. At night, that's when it fucked with you the most.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Couldn't stay up. Couldn't even sleep. How the fuck you gonna sleep like that?
Yeah.
Couldn't sleep. You know what I'm saying? So real shit. That shit you gotta
Sometimes
deal with.
Just jump in the shower thinking that's gonna help it.
Nah, though, you do everything. You tried everything.
Tried everything. I tried the fucking hot water. Something you tried hot water, heating pad, motherfucking what's the shit called with the needles?
Acupuncture. Yeah.
Shock in my shit. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Holy shit.
So
all right, so you're back on your feet again.
back on my feet again.
Still growing successfully.
Dropped #1 album on iTunes after that. You understand?
Oh yeah.
You know, real shit. And before it happened, and a month before it happened, dropped the '1 album on iTunes.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit just took off.
Real shit. And then nigga came back. How about that? Then it came back. New jewelry, bigger deal. I basically own the masters for the Plug series, dropping on my own. Imagine dropping the biggest shit of your career, burden of proof, and then on the next go around, you drop some shit that you own the masters to. You know what I'm saying? You got the platform set for you.
Yeah.
Nigga eating for the rest of my life off that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I think you were the realest rapper that's ever lived. I told you that before. It's a biased opinion. People think because I'm from Buffalo, but you know, I'm pretty sure you can Google
his
your shit.
His lifestyle is
you know
just unique, just to observe it and look at it. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, because you get the look, you get the real look, and that's the point of these conversations, man. Because I want people to know the truth, how this shit really go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you would be surprised. Because sometimes the way it might look intimidating, but it's not intimidating, man. We could do anything, and you don't got to act a certain way. A lot of people think to be a rapper, you got to act a certain way. Like people tell me, like, yo, you down to earth, or you cool. Or some people like, yo, why you this or why you that? Like, why not?
Yeah.
You mean if I tell you, if I shut everybody out, tell y'all fuck y'all, suck my dick, y'all like me more? I'm like, yo, he's a celebrity for real. He don't like nobody. He's angry today, yo. Damn, you know, that's what people think though.
Yeah.
People think that the worse you treat them, the higher up you are. People think if you nice to them, if you being regular, people think less of you for that. You know, that's how dumb motherfuckers are. They think less of you. That, oh man, that nigga, he was just chilling. He was just sitting right there like a regular person.
Right.
You want somebody to walk through with 10 security guards and one of them slap the fuck out you for drooling. You know what I'm saying? That's what people want. People like, oh, yo, he came in, they slapped me. Look, this shit's still right here.
See the mark?
Shit. People are crazy, man. So, but you know what that is? That's not me. I mean, that's not them. That's me, because I'm not relatable as I think I am. Nigga done made too much. Nigga done business with too many billionaires. Niggas done seen too much money. Nigga done drove too much shit. Nigga done did it. But me being who I am, that's real shit. That's real shit that nigga be dealing with in this shit when you such a...
The ultimate humbleness.
Right, because I lived my whole life for this shit. Basically, I did everything before I got here. You know, these niggas do shit while they are here. I'm not one of them niggas. I lived my whole life, caught them cases, been through all of that shit, dealt with all of the death, turmoil, and like I said, I was on fire. When I left the streets when I was 18, 19, I was on fire. When I was like 20, whatever, I was on fire, but a nigga didn't get on till like 20 years after that, or 11 years after that, nigga didn't get on. And the nigga still climbing, so I see it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? I see it in a different light. You know what I mean? Maybe if I was a younger nigga with all of this shit, with this opportunity, maybe my attitude would be different. But me, I keep this shit at a slow pace.
Yeah. Fuck, what would I think? What do you think the most recent one of these revelations of self has happened to you, and where is it leading you into the future?
Man, basically, well, me closing a movie deal, doing a movie. No, that's dope. Like the fuck, I came out, I did my rap shit. I helped put Griselda on. I motherfucking got a label deal for BSF. I got my own major deal for me. I'm getting sponsors. I'm doing all type of shit, and it's like, damn, like now what's next? Like the merch, niggas making $1 million in merch shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit.
That shit's nice.
You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. Even those were steps. When I did the merch, I'm like, damn, you know, a nigga really selling clothes. You remember this shit in '80? You know what I'm saying?
Different avenues.
Real shit, like niggas selling clothes now. So it's like, you know, they telling me these budgets for the movie. Like, yeah, you know, I'm sitting down at these big tables and shit like that. It's like, damn, these people about to trust me to do a whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Now, how did you gain that business mindset? And you know what I mean? From where you stem from. You know what I mean? Obviously, you had the grind to get money. You know what I mean? Now you're going legal. You know what I mean? You're doing clothing. You're doing this. What did you gain on a business mindset and to be able to do those?
I definitely know it comes from the streets, meaning not saying I had to sell dope or I had to do this to be, no, meaning that I always was like the kid who wanted in, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to hang with the cool kids. I wanted to hang with the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was always interested in doing and making my next move. So it's like, whatever was in my reach, I was doing it. So it's like, you see, it's nothing. Doing a movie is the same thing for Wendy's. That Wendy's job I was telling you about. Babe, we need somebody. Cool. I'm going to come in. These niggas like, yo, we need you for the movie. I came out and I'm sitting on the set for the movie. I'm seeing what they doing. I'm like, oh, this is what you got to do? Say less. I'm about to do one. And then, you know what I'm saying, just put it together, just knowing I could do anything and trying anything. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. You know, I don't feel like people believe they can do anything. You know, that shit sounds so cliche. Grown ups say that, man, you know you can do anything. Like,
Yeah.
my nigga, that's real. You really can fucking do anything. It's a difference between everybody have good ideas. It's a difference from putting your idea on paper to putting your idea in action. That's the hard part. It's doing it. We all great thinkers. You know what I'm saying? We're human beings. We're the smartest fucking species alive. You know what I'm saying? We smarter than motherfucking bears, cats, lions, and dragons.
Combined.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what we do. This is our strongest tool right here. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking a panther will rip you to shreds. He don't got a brain though. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to say. People gonna look on this shit on YouTube like, what the fuck is he talking about?
No.
I mean, it's obvious.
Listen, we honestly, we have the unique brain set and to capitalize on anything that we put ourselves in and surround ourselves with.
I got so many ideas in my head. Tony will tell you, my fucking brain. This is my tool. This is my moneymaker right here. My shit move 1,000. We got a fucking sports agency.
I know. I've heard of it.
We sell ice cream. We fucking doing
shit. What?
What else?
Big smoke farm.
Big smoke farms.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? What?
The printing company.
The printing company.
Oh,
We
yeah.
we print shit. We done made so much money and got so good at this shit. We print your shit up too.
Were you paying those at the warehouse?
Hell yeah.
I didn't realize they were that close to me. All right, well,
Man,
I'm
we
gonna swing
doing
by.
hats.
I'm gonna swing
You
by.
know what I'm saying is we bought a fucking boxing ring.
Yeah, we got hit.
What?
How long we had this boxing
Yo.
ring?
We've had it for like 2 years.
And we haven't done nothing with it. We got big plans for this fucking boxing ring though.
Like,
Oh yeah,
Yo.
we rented it out a couple times.
Okay. I think I see that. Yeah,
I
that's
want
nice.
in. I want in.
So it's just like, what the fuck? Like, if you can, I mean, if you can literally do anything, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about doing it. And entrepreneur, you know, you see the little meme where people say like, man, fuck this 9 to 5. I'm working for myself. Like, you really gonna be working, nigga, 24.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Better get ready to become a zombie.
Yeah.
That's
No
exactly like it's tougher to work for yourself, but it's so much fulfillment in it, man. It's so much. Man, it's just it's dope. It's dope when you do it for yourself. You know what I'm
I
saying?
fell asleep in my barber today. Shout out Clean City in my barber seat because it's the only time I get a chance to be doing nothing. My phone's vibrating in my hand under the thing. I'm like, fuck.
No, real shit. See this? We gotta take this motherfucker, turn it upside down. I know it's buzzing. I don't even want to.
Yeah, I know. I've lost mine. Oh.
But listen, if you ain't busy and active, you know what I mean, obviously you ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? So, but as long as it's positive matter, you know, what else can you live for?
I mean, you gotta always remember when your plate is full, the plan was to eat anyway.
Oh yeah. True.
Don't give up now.
Yeah, don't complain about that full
Nah.
plate. You trying
Just
to
figure
eat,
the
don't
way to
complain
push.
about it.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, and that's another thing people don't realize. The successful one, the one who bears the cross, you know what I'm saying, who got the most responsibility. Of course, you're gonna get the most reward. You getting the biggest reward, but I'm taking the biggest sacrifice. I got the biggest responsibility. I'm the sacrificial lamb. I go out here and do all of this so we could live a certain way. I go out here and do all of this so we could, you know what I mean? So another motherfucker don't got to do it. You know, people don't realize that. People think you get successful to take care of them. The first thing, if you tell a motherfucker like, yo, man, I just want to pick 10, nigga. I just want for $1 billion. The first thing a person be thinking before they congratulate you, they thinking about what do that mean for them. They in the back of their brain car shopping. Yeah. You telling them you just won. Say thank you, goddamn, congratulate me.
I hear you. I fucking hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and money and fame is crazy and it's seeked by so many people. When you achieve a certain amount of it, people think that your life is good, and people think that, man, you achieved that to take care of people. Like if somebody asks, I seen they was arguing with Glorilla. She was paying somebody $550 a week to be her personal assistant. They were saying that was too much. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? How? You know what I'm saying?
Who's that even up to? It's up to the
Who's that
person
even up to?
It's up to the person paying for it.
Paying
It's
for
like
it
this.
and the one that's receiving it. You know what I mean?
It's like a phone. It's like this.
sure.
It's like some people think this, or everybody calling me.
I know. Turn it back over.
It's like this iPhone. You go to Apple and they want to sell it to a motherfucker who probably make $50,000 a year. They're like, okay, 1,000. They go sell it to a motherfucker who make $100 million a year. Like, okay, 3,000. Like, you can't raise the price up just because you know I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit get crazy, spooky.
Yeah, it does.
You see the snakes come from everywhere, bro.
Yeah, you gotta get prepared for that, man. That shit come with it, man. Unfortunate, but come with it.
Absolutely.
Can I ask you this? What do you? What's your struggle right now in life that you're trying to overcome, and how do you? And what are you doing to overcome it?
Man, my struggle right now in life is making sure I'm in a position where we all good. An unhealthy as fuck struggle. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too attached to anything where I'm going to bury myself trying to dig somebody else out. Because you can't. I'm too grown for that. But I'm good for the rest of my life. A lot of the shit that people see me do, not even a lot of shit people see me do, but a nigga spend a lot of time trying to make sure the people around me good. I'm good forever. It ain't hard to take. You know what I mean? I'm straight. I did it. I'm doing it. If I don't never make $1 off music, I'm about to get in the bed with these movie motherfuckers. Nigga, that shit ain't gonna stop this merch. If I, you know what I'm saying, I still got artists. You know what I mean? Like all type of shit. I'm about to start a dog kennel. You know what I'm saying? I got my bitch looking for land for that shit right now. I'm about to buy some land. I'm good forever. So it's just trying to show people this way of thinking, so they don't gotta keep going back on them violations, be down to their last chance. That's what I'm trying to do. Get people to the way of thinking. Like, guess what? It's like me. It's like I fucking went to heaven. I got crazy analogies. If you ever talk to me, everybody know Benny the Butcher talks with analogies. Yeah. That's my shit.
That's like you lead them to the water. Now it's like important for you to teach them how to drink.
It's like I seen where the water at. I went, but guess what? I took an unlikely path. People see me taking the path and like, man, that nigga ain't gonna find the water. And I went over there and I found the water.
Big ass pond,
I found it, and I'm trying to tell people the water over there. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm bringing the water back to other people, and they like, yeah, but they like it might be water over there. Though it's like I'm trying to tell y'all, the water is here.
Can't make them drink.
So it's like you can't make motherfuckers drink, man. And people just stuck in their ways. A lot of times people be stuck in their ways, man. We street dudes, man. We come from the gutter. We come from the bottom, man. We stole and sold dope and robbed for everything that we had. And we thought we was doing the right thing. And we thought that was how we was going to get ahead, because we seen other people get ahead like that. I'm saying we believed some of our best homeboys who was selling dope, but who was leading us down the wrong path, leading himself down at the same time. We believed them niggas. You know what I'm saying? We watched everybody go to prison but thought we was going to retire. We watched everybody, you know what I mean, do what they do, catch them state numbers. We watched everybody do it. And we still jumped in and did the shit. Now, me, a nigga who went a different path, I'm coming eyes wide open like, yo, I know why we doing that, because we don't got to do that. We paying attention to the wrong shit. But it's like,
the vision.
But it's like, people are who they are, and we stuck being who we are, and that's a big problem. And is my people not changing our way of thinking. You got to change your way of thinking. You got to change your way of hustle. A lot of the things that we learn from the hood are no good to us in the real world. You feel what I'm saying?
Do you agree that you can simulate things from the hood into present life, but just in a different fashion?
Of course. I'm living proof of that. Definitely, because these people love when the gangsters in the room. I'm saying, but they don't love when you being gangster. They love gangsters. They don't love when you being gangster. That's why all the gangsters was tapped in Vegas. They sitting at fucking shows. I'm saying, they sitting at all the front row shows that you see these guys. That's why you see the celebrities with the rap niggas. That's why you see, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their version of, you know what I'm saying, whatever gangsters, whatever some of the rap niggas is. I don't want to say rappers is gangsters because I'd be lying to you. But you get what I'm trying to say, so. I believe you can use those tactics. I believe, like I heard the nigga saying, if you could get a trap open, you can run a business. And it's simple as that. It's not that hard. If you could plan a robbery, nigga, you could plan some other shit.
What's your thought process?
Or if you could plan a hit, or you could whatever you could do, like nigga, that takes critical planning, motherfucking sharp thinking, quick reflexes. You know what I'm saying? That takes a lot of shit. If you could do that, it's all about applying that same
Energy in the right place.
energy, grind, grit, applying that same shit to do. I watch niggas sell t-shirt like it's dope, using the same thing. I watch niggas sell music like it's dope. I watch niggas sell shoes and I was about to say sell weed like it's dope, but weed legal. So we can put weed in there. You know what I'm saying? I watch people sell weed like it's dope. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to do that. So you got to think about this though. That's how I know. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. This you make millions of dollars and get you start seeing different. You start thinking different. Niggas is really addicted to the life of going back and forth and selling dope and doing street shit. That's what it is. It's not the money. Don't let these motherfuckers lie to you and tell you they do this shit for the money, because let's just say you could tell a nigga like this, huh? I'm gonna give you 1,000 cases of water, sell all them water. They guarantee you're gonna sell them. It's good water. It's gonna sell. Sell it and you're gonna make $100,000. You be like, really? Yeah, man, sell the water. Or you could tell a nigga like, huh, here go this dope. You're gonna make 60. You're gonna make 60 selling the dope. And niggas gonna damn near take the dope. Yeah. Because he wanna be the dope man. Yeah. Right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because he wanna be in the
is not
streets.
enough.
Exactly. That's the thing is, niggas wanna be cool. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Niggas wanna show off for the bitches. It's not about the money. It's not about long term. Niggas wanna show off for the bitches, and niggas wanna be cool, and niggas wanna impress other niggas. Mm-hmm. That's what that shit about.
Definitely nowadays, especially, right? Fucking kids.
I mean, this world that we live in is just, you know what I mean? They what they see is what they do, you know what I mean? They chasing that stuff on the internet.
It's all about, to me, I just encourage people, even myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on here speaking about shit that I don't do. I encourage people to find positive people, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's some shit on YouTube, some positive shit you watching on YouTube, positive affirmations, that shit real. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because growing up in the hood, it was always negative affirmations. It was always negative shit around you. Maybe that's why that drove us to be negative people. Surround yourself around positive things, positive people, positive diets, positive friendships, positive relationships. You got to, because there's going to be the negative ones. It's all that negative shit going to be around there. So seek the positive shit, because the negative shit going to find you. You know what I'm saying? So
somebody once told me, I mean, it was an elder person of my heritage, and they told me that, you know what I mean, they says, when you got real bad train of thoughts, such as I did back in the past, you know what I mean, everything was just negative, you know what I mean, and I didn't really care. They says, well, you got to start controlling your thoughts. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, how do I do that when I just don't give a fuck? You know what I mean? And I don't care. They said, well, listen, if you put a board, put it on your wall as you walk out your room, you know what I mean? And on there, just for today, I'm going to be happy. Just for today, you know what I mean? I'm going to smile. You know what I mean? Those thoughts, as soon as you wake up, you see that, you know what I mean? You start training your brain.
Exercise.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like I said, it takes a little work, but, you know what I mean? It's worth it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, for real shit, I do that shit on purpose, my nigga. Like, if my girl's saying some shit that would have started an argument, sometimes I'll be nice to her. I'll be nice to her. You know what I mean? I might motherfucking, like, it might be 3 a.m, like, I'm going to go get the DoorDash 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's romantic shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's romantic shit.
If you grown, you know that's romantic as fuck.
Shit, that sounds like mandatory shit for me. Romantic. Right. It's mandatory, or else I'll be on the porch.
I live like in a building. You got to get on the elevator. You got to walk to it. I mean,
so it's work.
It's work.
Oh yeah,
it's work.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, or I do certain shit, or when I know, like, I might be going through some shit with one of the homies, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I might invite the homie out of town with me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like when it could go the other way, man, I shifted the other way. Like, man, just show niggas what I'm on. Like, I want to do people even notice that. Just to show people what I'm on. Like, when it's time for me to be an asshole sometimes, I might just be nice. You know what I'm saying? Not even for the person, for me. I'm dealing with shit in my brain. Woosah. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. That's a fact.
Well, I think we all
That's beautiful
struggle
control.
with that at times, you know.
Yeah, but that's beautiful control.
Oh, it's hard doing it. I don't do it all the time. Sometimes I choose the other way though.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. Did we do it?
Yeah, like I said, you know what I mean. At this time, you know what I mean. We like to end the segments with very positive affirmation, and you know what I mean. I personally think of life as not in a fundamental way of a game, but I like to compare life to chess. You know, it's very, very tedious. You got to make the right move. You know, so if you could share something, you know, what I mean, very unique from your life, you know, a positive gem for these people, you know, what I mean, to possibly inspire them. You know, what I mean, we greatly appreciate it, man.
Just try to be light on your feet, man. Just try to be a joy to people's life. You know what I'm saying? Try to be, I mean, bring sunshine whenever you can. You know what I'm saying? Try to, you know, there's people struggling. Sometimes I hand out money. Sometimes I speak to people. Sometimes some people who don't expect me to speak to, try to lift somebody's day up. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll make you feel good. Like I said, this old cliche shit, but like we're human. That make me feel good when I know I did something for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So
I know.
I mean, just keep a positive attitude and you know, and try to help people and be a fair person and don't see people as you see yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you want them to see you. I mean, always be down to earth and just love people, man. Life easier like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Life easier like that. Just loving people, man. Real shit.
No doubt. I believe that 100%. Life is easier just loving people.
Real shit, man.
Absolutely.
We all got to be here. We all got to deal with each other, raggedy ass. We ain't going nowhere.
No doubt.
Not until death, you know what I mean? Death chooses us. You know what I mean?
We ain't
That's
going
it.
nowhere.
Do you want to give some shout outs before
Yeah, where's your platforms? You know what I mean? Everybody can reach you at.
Hey, yo, you motherfuckers could reach me on Instagram, Get Benny. You could reach me on Twitter, Benny BSF. You could reach me on YouTube, Benny the Butcher. You could reach me on motherfucking in Buffalo. I be in the hood. You could reach me in Atlanta. I be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We about to be touring, doing everything soon. Go get that motherfucking We Here. 10 to Talk 4 in the streets right now. 10 to Talk 3, 10 to Talk 2, all of that shit. Big Griselda. Y'all know what it is. Go watch Conflicted. Buy a hoodie. Motherfucking Indie Lux wigs. We got wigs. Motherfucking Capo, Buffalo Capo, my nigga Tony De Niro, Big Smoke Farms. I'm saying we got marijuana, legal marijuana that is. Man, we got everything, man. Trust me. Support. I support too. When a rapper drops some shit, I be buying niggas shit. I buy niggas albums. You know what I'm saying? I hope you niggas are selling albums because I'm buying them. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So love, man. Support everything. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This was amazing.
Absolutely.
This was amazing.
Let me shout out some motherfuckers. I want to shout out my daughter Germany, and I want to shout out Jay Zer, Baby Duffel. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Much respect. You know, so like I says, you can catch this episode dropping every Tuesdays. You know what I mean? You got KP here. You got
Daniel Farmerton every week.
And you already know the man himself.
Yeah.
The butcher coming.
Benny the Butcher.
Can we get that one more time?
The butcher coming. Y'all know what it is. Big Pyrex.
Yeah. Okay. Hey.
Oh yeah, Cian shot this one too.
Butcher coming, nigga. Let's go. Benny and Uncle Al. You know me, right? I keep it real with everything I do, and everything I say, and everything I love. My only wish was get my niggas rich, hold my family down, find a plug, yeah. I made it ugly in the streets, they talk computer on these records. Pull this tool out my boot and y'all gon' shoot towards the exit. When you raw compressing, you might look at a new car, a watch, or a new loft as a few small investments. My team was like a crush to me, I use y'all for leverage. We used to share clothes, now a suit cost the Lexus. The line hot, they wanna hear the truth on the record. Since I blew more, the feds got threw off direction. I'm too smart to catch me in a two-part confession. The jail cells grew on the stew all profession. They want my supplier, but he flew off to Texas. They identify the bosses through y'all possessions. Last 2 years, I've been running through all contestants. 4-pounder track and shit chew off your vests. Backflip a op, blow a shoe over fences. And you ain't get shot, but you caught the message. I keep it real with everything I do, and everything I say, and everything I love. My only wish was get my niggas rich, hold my family down, and find a plug. I had to turn that 1 to 2, turn that 2 to 3, and turn that to a dub. My only wish was get my niggas rich, hold my family down, and find the plug. Yeah. I went all in with this shit, cause I got caught up in it quick. I drove it back 6 hours with my daughter in the whip. Ask Bundy, tell you since them state greens, I've been hungry. All this paper on the line, got my nerves all jumpy, yeah. Caught my first case and had to move into my pop's house. That ain't stopped shit, I stashed work in my pop's couch. That same year they kicked me out of school, no, I dropped out. Another case, I chopped out. A lawyer and I copped out. Oh shit, I've been known since like the old clips. 16-hour road trip for the whole brick. Past the toes and tell my little bitch, had that stove lit, I'ma trap out this whole shit. Long as dope print, you get advice from war from a nigga that you know, bitch. I'm sitting down with lords who got it in, it been known hits. Ain't no rewards for these broads and these coke flips. Niggas want my crown, they put it on, but it real with everything I do, and everything I say, on everything I love. My only wish was get my niggas rich, hold my family down, and find the plug. I had to turn that 1 to 2, turn that 2 to 3, and turn that to a dub. My only wish was get my niggas rich, hold my family down, and find the plug.